Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your monthly reading for August 2016. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day so far. So let's get into your reading now. As you know, the tagline is a game of chess. Yes. There's going to be so many people going and coming and going rather in your life. Your spread is flooded with people. Okay. And I feel like there's going to be two things. One, there's going to be a lot of shakeups and changes happening for August for you guys. I feel like if some of you are really used to routine and you're a creature of habit, I feel like there's going to be circumstances and people that come in and out of your life that's going to shake some things up for you. Okay. Even in this reading, I'm going to switch some things up and I'm going to go in different directions than I normally go because I'm being called to do so. So therefore, I feel like that's the energy that you're going to be taking on this month. You're definitely going to be doing things in a different sort of way. And it's going to be a lot of almost like the fishes, like in the sea when a fish, a group of fish, they're going in one direction and then out of nowhere they turn on a dime and they go someplace else. I feel like certain things are going to be coming out of nowhere that's going to call for you to switch things up. Like you had no plans to go out, but now you're out. You had plans to go out, but instead, you're working. There's just going to be, and those are just examples, okay? But it's going to resonate to you individually, how it will show up to you as it relates to your life, okay? But there will be some type of shakeups, changes, things that will be happening, I feel, out of the blue because other people external to you, okay? Now, with that being said, now there is this energy that I'm feeling very strong. I feel that some of you, there's a lot of players in your life in the month of August. There's a lot of people in your life, and I feel like a lot of you are getting a lot of attention, but I feel like a lot of you guys are not interested. You're not really interested in most of the people that you're being entertained by, that you're receiving a lot of attention from, okay? And although a lot of people may be wanting to take you out, spend time with you, I feel like you are definitely finding ways to kind of decline the offers. Okay. It could just be because you're very busy. Maybe work has taken your focus. I feel like it's a lot of other things that you're just really being self-focused at this time that's taking your attention, and you're really wanting to focus on things that matter. Although there's going to be a lot of energy that's beckoning you to do otherwise. Okay. I do see that there's a lot of attention, but there's going to be one person. Okay. For some of you, it's not going to be an actual one person that you have in mind. Okay. But you're sticking to your guns. All right. Some of you are sticking to your guns. There's one person that you're really interested in. And this is really a message to my Sagittariuses that has been abstinent for quite some time. So if you've not had an intimate moment with another for quite some time, then although there's a lot of opportunities for you to share yourself, if you will. I feel that you're really being very particular. Okay. Some of you're being particular, but it's not even so much as being particular as it is that you're very clear about what you want and who you want it with. Okay. Some of you really understand what it takes to be satisfied and to run the risk of allowing yourself to kind of come off of this hiatus and end your abstinence, your level of abstinence for a time, just to perhaps gamble with someone new or with people that you don't have a spirit connection with. You're not interested in. You guys are no longer interested in the mundane. You're no longer interested in just the fly by night. You want something real. And I feel that the catalyst is because you already have had an experience that puts you in a state of spiritual connection, of ecstasy, okay, where two spirits come together. They connect on a level that you can feel it. Like you can't express it, but you can feel it when you're intimate with the person. Okay, it's like people when they say the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, you go into these different octaves, and you go into different dimensions, as it relates to the intimacy that you have with another. For some of you, and to resort back to a time when you didn't have that experience, when for some of you settled because you didn't know any better, and that's just what you thought it was. That's what you thought a physical connection was all about. You're no longer willing to settle. You're no longer willing to gamble. Okay. You want that one. For others of you that there isn't a one in particular and you still resonate with this, then you are just saying, you know what, until I have that connection, that genuine organic connection with that person, which I'll know when it happens, I will remain abstinent. So for those of you that have this one, okay, I feel like that there's, after a time, there will be this burning desire to be with this person, to seal the deal, if you will. I feel like there's not been the chance to do that, or the acceptance, the green light to do that. And I feel for some of you, there's going to be an opportunity and you're going to take it. Some of you're going to take it. And it's as if when you do take it, it's going to be like a sigh of relief. I've been wanting this forever. I've been wanting this for so long, and finally, and then, the sky will look bluer, and the trees will be bright greener, and, everything will be, beautiful with the world. Everything will be beautiful with the world. It's as if some of you are going to feel like you're not even on this earth anymore. Like somehow we've already been through revelations, and now you're up in the heavens somewhere. I know it sounds a bit exaggerated, but you're definitely going to have a heightened sense of satisfaction. Okay. Now that will connect with some people. You don't have to comment below. You're more than willing to do so if you so choose. Or you can just send me an email if you feel more comfortable with doing that. That's quite all right. But I do sense that is going to be a theme, okay, for some Sagittariuses that are being abstaining from sex at the moment. Okay. Others of you, I feel that you're not, even though that this person can do it for you. Like you're definitely going to, have that sense of satisfaction, but that it's temporary. That this relationship is karmic. It's toxic. Although there is that strong hold, there is that strong connection, that ultimately there's not going to be anything that comes out of it that is worthy of you going there with that person. And so you won't, go to the next step. You will sustain from that, and you will decide to start to self heal. Okay. I feel like you're going to start healing self, getting back into self. Okay. It's as if some of you will be able to break the bond of feeling so weak and controlled by this thing. Okay. And you're going to take on this new spiritual understanding of self, and know that I have to provide myself with the things that I want before I could even entertain someone else providing anything with me, because they are going to be an addition, and they will give me experiences akin to the both of us. Okay. So we'll create experiences for one another together, but I'm not, reliant upon them facilitating my happiness, my healing, my well-being, my spiritual health, and even my physical satisfaction. Okay. So this will be very much a reclaiming of yourself. But again, you you still are going to be playing chess. Okay. And in that regard, there will be a sense of you playing within. Okay. Because it's all about the next move. What will be your next move? Okay. So now I also see, as it relates to career, now I see a lot of people are going to be a focus, or actually going to be in your work life. Okay. I see for some of you guys, there was a opportunity from your past that came back. Okay. So for those of my Sagittarius that are looking for work, I see that there was possibly a job from your past that came back, but I feel that it was blocked in some way for some of you guys. It was you were blocked from having that, or you blocked it. Okay, you blocked yourself from going there. So for some of you, it came back, and then you were not interested because I feel like there was you sensed that this was not going to be an opportunity that would be in your best for you. I'm trying to think of the words. The words are escaping me. In your best interest, excuse me. You know that wasn't in your best interest. I feel like there was a rigidness, a sense of a stark control of some sense, but there were just perhaps the people, the type of energy that you gauged. It was something that you really didn't feel would be conducive to your well-being. Okay. Others of you were just blocked from it. It came to you, but then for whatever reason, you were unable to follow through with it. And there were some blockages there. Right. Now I see that you could be working on a project with a lot of different people. Okay. And I feel like it's going to be up to some Sagittariuses to take the helm. You have a great opportunity to kind of really take the helm over things and work your magic. There's a lot of power that you possess in the month of August, but the catalyst will be how you handle the power that you have. Okay. And how you kind of weave yourself through all of the people that you have to deal with. Okay. Because along with you having this power and ability to manifest a lot of things, there are going to be a lot of people, I feel, that you're going to have to, that is there to help kind of pull you away from manifesting a specific thing. Okay, that's going to, now you've been blessed with having this ability to do it. Okay, which you have a lot of power to make this happen, but it's going to also require you to be very focused and be very aware, so that you know exactly when to do what you need to do, who to use to do it with, and how to go about doing it, if that makes any sense. So you're going to need, timing is going to be very important. The people that you have around you and how you utilize them and the time that you have is going to be very important. And to know exactly what you need to display at the right time to get what you need. Okay. So in the work sphere, there could be a goal, like you want to go to a different department, you possibly want to move up, or you have a project that you really feel can be quite successful. You're like, it's going to get you to the next stage if you are to bring in new clients, or you're supposed to complete this in a very successful way. And it's not just you don't just have yourself to handle this. There's other people that you kind of have to get on board with you to complete this task. Okay. And I feel like you have people that are preoccupied, so there's people that's preoccupied, or they have their own agenda. Okay. But you have got to get very clear. So for those of you that have you're very goal oriented, you're very, self-directed, and you're very clear on one thing that you really want to accomplish. And this can be quite a task, especially in the workplace as it relates to other people. I feel like you need to really analyze the type of people that you have around you. I think that's going to be really helpful for you guys. And that way you'll be able to delegate, or at least persuade them and direct them in a way that will allow you to get the best results from them. Okay. Again, if you're dealing with someone that is very intelligent, very mentally methodical, very communicative, someone that is not going to talk to you about, what kind of problems they're having in their relationship and about your kids or the family. And they're more about, quick, swift communication. They're very goal-oriented people. They speak very clearly. They're extremely intelligent. They're about the facts and results. Then you wouldn't necessarily communicate with them like you would if it was someone that's very emotional, that likes to kind of touch base as far as what's going on with their home life and their personal life and want to know a little bit about yours. You would deal with that person on the level that there is showing you the type of person that they are. Okay, so that is what I mean when I say that it's going to benefit you to gauge the type of people that you're dealing with. And I mean in the workplace. If you're looking for a job, I feel like whatever jobs that you guys are going to be up for, there's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be very competitive. There's going to be a lot of people of all different types of backgrounds, energies, and attitudes that is going to be up for the same position. And you have the Midas touch. Believe that. You have everything that they have singularly. You have it all in one. You have it as a collective within yourself. But the caveat is going to be for you to be able to see and understand the type of people that are around you and kind of mold yourself into that. Okay. Just so everyone is comfortable and you are left kind of being the standout, because you're not necessarily one, you're not a part of any one group. Okay. You're literally blending in to be everything to everyone. So I think of Aquarius when I think of that. And I don't have the Aquarius card here. But I think of Aquarius as, I think that they have an ingenious mind and are able to really merge themselves and mutate themselves into being what they need to be to connect with you, on a collective, because they understand that we are a collective. So if you can take on that skill set, you will do amazingly well in the month of August. I do see that some of you, I feel like you're going to be communicating with women that are very, so again, going back to the workplace, in your everyday work sphere, I feel like you're going to be communicating with women that are going to be very, not necessarily emotional, but they're going to be available on an emotional level. Okay. So when you have talks with them, you may find yourself talking about their family, and you're maybe speaking about things about your family, but it's, even if it's in the workplace. So even if you're interviewing with this woman, you may find yourself chatting really quickly about, oh, my child, this or that or something, but it's going to be something that's not necessarily work related, that's more emotionally focused, but you're going to be able to bond with her in that way. So pick up on that cue if you do. I'm not saying to go out there when you're interviewing and just start to speak about your personal life or asking someone about their personal life, but if you see someone that starts to mention something like that, or when you go into their office, you may see a lot of pictures with family and a lot of poems and sayings and mantras and that type of thing. So just be aware of those things. And I feel like you're going to be aware. Also, I feel like you're going to be able to sense a lot of what's going on with people in the month of August, which is going to aid you so well in this power that you have. Okay. Now, what some of you may not understand in your interviewing stage, you may be communicating with a woman, and you may be under the impression that, hey, I'm going to be working, with her, or I like her, I like her, I like this company, I think we're going to work together. And then you realize that, well, no, she was just the screening person. Like, she's not even the last person to interview you. She's not the yes or no person. She's going to be like the first person that does the screening, and then you'll really meet with perhaps a fire sign, okay, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius man, okay, who really wants I feel like he wants results. Okay, so there's going to be this thing where you're meeting one person, you're under the impression that you're going to be with them, and then you find yourself with someone else. Okay, now, external to you again. So there's a lot of this water energy. You're going to get a lot of people, I feel, that are going to connect with you in a way that is nurturing, that is caring, okay, that's kind. Okay, so be very mindful about those people that you find that are very kind. Okay, but I feel that deep down inside, there's going to be a lot of things that needs to be done. Okay, so although if you're interviewing, it may not be communicated to you that, when you get in here, there's going to be a lot of things that you have to do. Like, maybe they're going to be on season. So it's going to be a lot of heavy work loads that you're going to be getting yourself into, or you're going to have to move around a lot. I don't know. I'm not if I'm going to put this up, but because I'm seeing this, I mean, for the workplace, it's like a lot of freaking people, a lot of people. You're going to get clarity, okay, mid-month. So if you guys are coming into the month feeling like, you know what, this situation, like, I can say, like, mentally, you're very like a water sign, but the reality is that you are ready to act. You are ready to move forward. You really are embodying more of so you may be showing up, you may be presenting yourself or coming across as a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, someone that's very caring and loving and understanding, someone that takes a lot of time, that's very tempered in their speech, that's very emotionally controlled, someone that really takes time out to try to make sure that she's taking care of herself and others around her. But the reality is, I feel, is that you're deep down, like, when people really kind of take a step back and start to really observe you, they'll see that you're really about your business this month. Like, you're moving forward. My ladies are taking on more of a masculine energy. So there's a lot of masculine energy that's going on for some of you. Although when you communicate to people, it's real strange, because I feel like there's going to be like this unknowing, like people are not aware that that you're taking care of a lot of things and getting a lot of things done. Okay, because you don't seem like you're running around and rushing around. Okay, you seem like someone that's like more taking their time, engaging a situation. That's because I feel like a lot of people are not around when you guys are making all of these moves, and when you're setting up all of these plans, and when you're coming to conclusions and you're making definitive choices. No one's around. You're doing all of that behind the scenes, and you're keeping a lot of things close to the vest. So the reality is that you're really having this sense of power and fire, and you're getting a lot accomplished, but I feel that you're keeping it to yourself. And again, no one's around when that's happening. So the part of you that they see is someone that's a little bit more relaxed, more soft-spoken, the more relaxed side of you, the more pleasing and pleasant side of you. Because I feel like deep down inside, you're like, I'm getting so many things accomplished, I'm doing so many things, and you're really goal-oriented at this time, but you don't feel the need to share it. And so some people may think that you're not even getting anything done. They're maybe feeling like, well, when are you going to start to do A, B, and C? But little do they know, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. I feel like external to you, there's going to be a lot of people, because you're taking on, and that's for some of you, because you're taking on this more emotional, caring, giving, understanding type of quality about you. You're not rushing when people are talking. You're not rushing to try to speak over them. You're not bulldozering people. You're not just kind of having this very flighty sort of way of like, I have to go or whatever. I'll call you back and never do it. It's like you're being a lot more considerate. And because of that, I feel like you're bringing out that energy in other people. So external to you, you're going to have a lot of people that are very kind. Okay, so I feel like it's a lot of in kind, like a likeness that's going on. Okay, you're attracting a lot of and also manifesting. Okay, so if you're being very sweet and nice and giving to others, you're gonna get that back tenfold. I feel, you're gonna get that back, times over. Okay. Now I want you to be very mindful that, again, you're not the only person that's up to things. Okay. You're not the only person that has plans and that's keeping things to themselves and, is really walking around with a very clear mind and goal and objective. There are people, okay, and there's definitely a specific someone who is watching you, and who's aware. Okay. And for some of you, this person could be very much just waiting for you to slip up. This person could just be waiting for you to drop the ball in any kind of way. So that's what I mean. Again, going back to the tagline, a game of chess. This is very much a game of chess. Yes, you have a lot of control, a lot of power in the month of August, but it is essentially how you utilize it. Every element that you have natural to you, you have to be mentally sharp. You have to be grounded in your movements, your decisions, and the money that you have. Okay. And the money that you're making. You need to communicate really well. You need to be appeasing to others, understanding to others. You need to be relatable. Okay. And you need to have that fire and desire and that get up and go and make things happen. You have those things in the month of August, but just know that someone is watching you. I feel like you guys have had someone watching you for quite some time, and you have to be aware that just because you feel like you're keeping everything under wraps and people don't know, there's someone that knows exactly what you're doing, and they're waiting for an opportunity for it to be known. But I feel external energies is not allowing them to use that information that they have just yet. Okay, because you're leaving the month of August really, I feel like ready to move on to a certain situation. Okay. I feel like at the end of August, you're definitely keeping things to yourself. So some of you could have really, through this entire month, have really accomplished a lot, and have now seen a lot of results with the work that you've put in. Okay. And some of you have been trying to leave your job. Okay. Go to a new opportunity, a new job. Okay. And you've been meeting with all different kinds of people. Okay. And it seems like every time you meet with one person, you have a new experience, and then that helps you be able to gauge the next person. And so you're taking through every time you're meeting someone, you're taking a little bit of experience that you're having with them onto yourself, and you're utilizing these things. Okay. So with every interview, you're getting better at what you should do. You're getting better at how you should deliver yourself, how you should sell yourself. Okay. By the end of it, I feel like you guys are going to be very masterful in how you how you persuade people. Okay. And I feel that there's going to definitely be great opportunities that's coming for you. Now, I do see here the things that I feel like are definitely happening for you in the month of August. There's going to be some happiness and abundance. Successes are coming your way. However, I feel like it's a fine line. It's this chess game that you have to play, and you have to be mentally in the game. Okay. because there's going to be, although there's going to be successes, and although there's going to be this period of you allowing yourself to grow spiritually because of all the things that you've dealt with. And I feel like through the processes, you have gained a sense of value for self. Okay. And through valuing yourself, you're starting to really heal yourself. However, okay, there could possibly be yet another test, if you will, that you have to go through. So, you could be getting a new job, getting that promotion, being sought after in the workplace, things going really well, and then there's something that literally comes back that has always plagued you to some extent, okay, that has, I feel, helped taken away from some successes that you've had in the past. So you would have to answer that for yourself. What is that thing that has hindered you in some way, that you have missed out on opportunities? You've been blocked from opportunities. You've self-sabotaged yourself. You've indulged in the ways that, again, hinders you. There's been some type of test that you've gone through in the past, okay, that it's going to come back again. All right. Just when you feel everything is okay, you're going to go through this test yet again. And again, going back to the tagline, a game of chess. If you play the game correctly, you're going to come out on the other side better than you've ever been. A level of healing is going to reach you that you've never had before. A level of understanding, a level of spiritual development is going to reach you to the level that you've never had before, because you were able to look this monster, if you will, but just this huge test, okay, that could have affected your heart. It could have affected your mental state, your self-esteem, your physical body, but as long as you've learned the lessons, because I feel when this was happening in the past, there were lessons that you were not listening to. There were lessons that you were not accepting. And so you kept repeating it. Well, it's going to come back again. Okay. And it's not going to, it's going to happen off of the heels of you being very happy, things being in line, you having have gained a sense of happiness and success for yourself, and feeling like the tides have turned, and then this thing will happen again. Some type of test is going to happen, and that's asking you, are you truly ready for this? Because in order to maintain this, you need to be ready. You need to be spiritually evolved. Okay. And so if you guys are able to play the game once again, then you will be there. This is a great month, but this also is a month that is going to require a lot from my Sagittariuses. A lot. Because you have to get over mental hangups. You have to get over sexual hangups. You have to get over toxic relationships. You have to get over spiritual confusion. And you have to get over financial restraints, and for some of you, just financial losses. So every area in life that a person could be challenged by, you guys are going to be going through and being tested to some extent in the month of August. And I feel like it's literally going to start coming through people. Okay, it's going to come through circumstances as well, but it's going to come through people to help test you, to see where you're at, okay, in the situation. Okay, I feel like if you guys really do pay attention and play it correctly, or learn the lesson, I should say, then a lot of the stresses that you've been going through will definitely subside, and you're going to have a long-standing time of starting to feel like you can breathe again. Okay, let's be mindful. Saturn is still transiting your sign. So I feel that there's going to definitely be some more tests in 2016. However, if you overcome this one, everyone thereafter will be less and less of a challenge. Okay. And for some of you, you won't even feel it. Okay. You'll just start to actually reap in small steps, but you'll start to see some blessings coming in for you as the year goes out, and then we get into the last year of Saturn transiting through the sun, and then there's going to be a lot of like stability, stableness. Right now you're still trying to find your stable way, and Saturn knows that, and that's why there's these tests that's coming to you, still a lot of tests that's coming to you. But I feel that August is definitely a make or break month if you guys have your wits about yourself, because one thing is, at least it's not an unfair game that's being played here. You have more than what the others do. It's just, do you know how to utilize what you have? That's the test. Okay. They're mere, pawns on the board. You just have to know who to move and why you're moving them to get to the end game. Okay. And obviously for yourself as well, because ultimately this all is set up as a test for you spiritually, I feel. Okay. So, now as it relates to love, again, I feel like for my ladies, there could be, as less than 2 men, as much as 3 men. Okay. As much as 3 men that you guys could be dealing with. I feel it's, again, going back to what I said at the beginning of this taping, I feel, again, these people you're not really interested in. Okay. There is one, it could be someone from your past. It could be someone that you feel like you've known this person forever. You may feel like it's a soulmate connection. Okay. And there's always been this block of you guys not being able to get together and make things work. Okay. And at the beginning part of this month, that's exactly, if not now, that's exactly what you're going through now. This person may be trying to contact you, and for whatever reason, you guys just cannot get it together. And I remember saying that to, I think Libra, not mistaken. But yeah, you guys are just not able to get together. Okay, there's blockages, because I feel like the coming together between the two of you is a specific time. Okay, because they play a very big part in this game. Okay, they play a big part in this test that you're going through right now. Okay, but for my ladies that's dealing with these 3 men, I feel like you're being very sweet, loving, and kind to all 3, if not 2. Okay. You're not coming off as, you're not being, very emotionally detached from one and being very, fiery and sexual with the other one. You're treating everyone the same. You're being very kind, I feel, and considerate. You are, you're coming off as someone that's very like loving and caring. Okay. But again, the reality I feel that is that there is this underlying desire, excuse me for the noise. There is this underlying desire that's boiling within you. Although on the surface, you definitely you're taking the calm, cool, and collective approach. Underneath the surface, you're just really raging. Like you guys really, some of you really want to get it on. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, you want to get it on with another fire sign. So, and I'm speaking specifically to my ladies. So Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay. Some of you have a child by this person. There could be 2 children. Okay. And there was an end to your relationship. And now this person is very significant at this time. Okay. I feel like this person is really thinking about the past a lot. And I feel like this person has taken a lot of time to kind of ruminate about the situation between the 2 of you. Okay. And has had a lot of alone time. But I do see that there's still going to be struggles in that, because the relationship is one that has had a lot of challenges. Okay. A lot of challenges. And I feel like there needs to be a lot of individual work of work you would have to do, work they would have to do, in order for you guys to get on a page that's healthy. And I feel like it may be, all in too cumbersome for there to be a reality as far as getting back together. Okay. But he's definitely around you. He's not going anywhere. Okay. Especially if you guys have children, he's not going anywhere. But I feel like there's like a gauntlet that's put down on you guys because so much has been done, that there's really almost like no turning back. I feel like neither one of you can even move forward because when you think of the person, it's always reminding you of what has happened in the past. So it's going to be very hard for you guys to both move forward because in order to do so, you would have to clean the slate clean and move forward, and you're unable to do that. Now, again, I see that you're not communicating with people in this way for no reason. I feel like ultimately it is a plan. You guys, I feel like you want to. You don't mind the attention. You don't mind it. You feel like these people, they're all upright. So, you don't mind the attention that you're getting from them. It's almost as if it's like, okay, it's something to do. It's not a problem. They're not distracting me from, what I really have going on. Okay. So, and I feel that's the reason why you're able to, across the board, kind of come off in a different sort of way than you normally would, is because none of them are really doing it for you. It's like, I'm really happy with self. I'm getting really happy with self right now. And I'm not really stressed to be in anything with anyone because it would have to be something amazing at this point for me. Okay. Now there will be, I feel like these men are going to be coming to you in a way that's very emotionally available. So they may be telling you things that you haven't heard from them before. Okay. Some of them could be saying that, I know we had problems in the past, but, you've always been someone that I wanted, I could see myself marrying, and I really do. I've always held it close in my heart that, you've stuck with me when I didn't have anything, or you were there for me when I went through struggles. And that's how I want my wife to be. And, and I always said that I could see me marrying you, and for them, they're feeling like, well, and they actually mean it for those of you that's hearing that, they mean that, although it's not like they're going to marry you or propose to you or even, make those words that they say reality. They're just words, but they're not lies. They do feel that way. They have thought that way. And I feel like it's not something that you feel you need to hear, but they feel they need to get it off their chest. So it's going to be some things that's said to you in the month of August, that I feel maybe you sensed it. For some of you, you sensed it and now you're hearing it. Others of you, you didn't expect it to come from some of the people that you're hearing it from. Okay. Now, again, there's a character in the picture that you really have to be mindful of, because there is someone, and they may be presenting themselves as like, well, they really can't hide too much that they are very calculating. It's almost as if you pick that up from them. Okay. But this person is very calculating. I feel like maybe you have so again, this could be someone, and I'm not speaking about the first person I was talking about. This could be someone else that you have a child by. So others of you, if you don't have a child by a fire sign and you didn't go through those things that I've mentioned in the past, then this person, some of you could be pregnant by this person. Okay. And it's as if this person could have changed upon you. They've changed on you. Okay. And now, it's like they've turned their back on you. Okay, like at one point things were good, and now that you're pregnant, this person almost is like turned their back on you, or they've become so cold. It's as if they've turned their back on you, even though you may see them every day. Heck, you guys may live together, but they've removed themselves on an emotional level to the extent that it seems like, you're just by yourself. You know, others of you, I feel like this person, really, like, there could be someone else. Okay, there could be someone else. It could be someone that he has a child by, that someone that's pregnant, someone that he has a child by, and I feel like he's not communicating this with you guys. Okay, he kind of clams up when you start to question him about anything. I feel like he seems to ask you a lot of questions, but he's very particular in the questions that he answers and the amount of information that's given to you, that's shared. Okay, so he's not sharing a lot, and he's very particular and very crafty, I'll say, in how he expresses himself and how he shares his information with you. But he's very strategic in the questions that he will ask you. Okay, yeah. So be mindful of this person, and be mindful of anyone that's changing up on you. Okay. I feel like throughout this month, you're going to get some changing faces. Okay. You're going to get some people that's going to be changing up. This could just very well be one person for some of you. That one minute he's very passionate, and then by the middle of the month, he's expressing all type of love for you. You're like, wait a minute, what? And then it's like, because you're not giving him what he needs, then he becomes very cold, callous, and calculating. So be very careful, because I do see that there's a possibility of a lot of changing faces. If it's not coming from one person, then it's different people that's giving off different energy, because they have in their mind a certain way about you. Okay, there's a history with you and these people. But if you're dealing with and I don't want to necessarily say an air sign, but it can be an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, be very careful. Okay, be very careful with the air signs, because I just get the sense that they are some of you, you're good. Like, some of you have a really good relationship with this person. They are just not someone that's emotional at all. Okay. And you're hoping that you guys can get to a place of like something committed and something real. Okay. And although that may happen, I feel like it's going to take some time, because they're not someone that's going to share their feelings with you as readily as a water sign would, or even a fire sign. Even a lot of times with fire signs, sometimes you have to take it with a grain of salt, because they'll initiate something at first, and then look around and it's like they're not interested anymore. So but they're still forthcoming in their feelings, and that's not for every fire sign. Some fire signs, of course, they've been a long-standing relationships and all of those things, but I'm just saying, as far as the energy is concerned, it's a lot of movement. Okay, it's a lot of energy. Okay, as relates to the fire signs. So this person may not be very open emotionally to you, but they have intensity. They do have feelings. It's buried deep down inside, and I just keep getting this sense that if this person doesn't get what they want, they can become quite sinister. They really can. Okay. And they know more about you than you think they do. They definitely do. They've been watching you. They have been watching you. You're being watched. So some of you are like, yeah, I know it's such and such and such. Yeah, he's watching me. Or, yeah, I have been watching blah, blah, blah. But the person that's watching you, you don't realize to the extent that you're being watched. You don't realize to the extent that you're on his mind. Like, there's someone out of these people that is very much making you their prime focus. Okay. I feel like the fire sign is, stuck in the past. The water sign, it's as if, they have one foot in and one foot out. Like, they're ready to kind of go there with you, but they're still not sure yet, even though they're definitely communicating a lot of likeness toward you, and they're being available, and they're there for the remainder of August. Like this is probably the person that is probably showing you the most amount of attention. But there's that could be an earth sign, but there's that air sign. There's that air sign that I feel lurks in the background, is in the shadows. Some of you are not aware of this person. Others of you kind of wish that this person would go away, you know. And then again, like I said, some of you are wanting this to morph into something deeper. Okay. A lot of things is being kept under the vest with this person. As the month goes out and we go into September, again, there's going to be again, if you're not really paying attention to the signs, picking up on what is going on with people, paying attention to what people are doing rather than the things that they're saying to you, really being very keen. Like, I get this sense that mentally you guys are not going to be very sharp this month. Some of you are going to be off kind of daydreaming and really like, now you're really focusing on some things and making things happen. But then when those things are completed, like you've checked off everything from your to-do list of what you need to do. Because as far as taking care of business for this August, it's going to be a very singular month for you. Okay. You're going to be solo as far as taking care of business, even at work. Okay. And you're dealing with all of these people. I feel like there's a lot of tasks that you are going to have to complete on your own, and you're going to be completing on your own that people are not going to be aware of like, oh wow, you were on this project with us and you were doing all of these other projects. You had a lot of other things that you were doing on your own. So it's going to be a lot of things that you guys are doing on your own. You're going to be going within a lot this month. But I feel when you are taking a breath, when you come up for air, if you will, and you have to engage with others, I feel like you're going to be taking on more of a laxy-daisy type of energy with people, and not necessarily being keen, mentally sharp and keen as what's going on. So that'll help you if you do that, because there's going to be someone trying to get away with something, or actually being able to get away with something. And some of you, it could be you that is trying to get away with something. Okay. But if you're doing that, be very mindful that you don't get yourself in a jam. Okay. So just be very careful that you're not getting yourself in a jam. Treat people as best as you can. I do see that there's some strife with perhaps your mother, perhaps your wife, for my Sag men. And I know you guys are saying, well, you didn't talk about us as far as the love is concerned. I will go over you. So I see that there is, I cannot believe this is 50 minutes. There's some type of strife going on with your mom, perhaps. Okay. Or I feel like some of you are just feeling trapped with someone that you have some of you have a responsibility with this person. Some of you are just really kind of like tied to this person right now. Like, you live together. You guys can't leave. You guys can't go your separate ways for whatever reason. It's a karmic time. You guys are with Saturn transiting you. when Saturn puts the handcuffs on you and say you're not moving, and you're not moving, it's like there will be obstacles put in your way to literally put the foot on your neck and say, no, you're not. Okay. And I feel like some of you are going through that in the home. Okay. Or there could be someone on your job that's very significant, like a supervisor, a manager, someone that, either for my men, you're paying out child support to this woman. It could be your wife. It could be your living girlfriend. There's some type of, circumstance where you're feeling very kind of like trapped and you can't break free from someone, but know that they feel the same way. So you both feel the same way. Okay. They're hurting just like you're hurting. They're feeling a sense of frustration, not necessarily frustration, but I feel it's more like they're feeling a bit down and out over the situation too, that you guys just can't get healthy and be healthy together. Okay, like things can't necessarily work out, can't necessarily get on a good footing, but that's gonna come to an end. I feel like by the 21st of August, if not maybe the next 3 weeks, from like 3 weeks to, for some of you, 3 month mark, or the 21st of the next 3 months, there's going to be an end to that. I feel like money is going to start to improve for you guys a lot, and I feel like this is the problem. Like, there's some money ties with this person that's keeping you stuck, and so it's almost like a karmic contract that you have with this person that you entered into by your choice. Like, you entered into this contractual agreement with this person. It could be like, hey, I'm gonna live with you, we're gonna live together, yeah, you can move in with me, okay, I'll help you with this. But once you guys actually entered into it, it was a karmic tie, and it's going to be and then there's a lesson, because this was something that you were supposed to learn from the last time and you didn't. So now you're literally going through it again. Okay. And it's going to go on until you learn your lesson. Okay. But it is definitely coming to an end. And I feel like this has been going on for the past, could have been since August of last year. Like, this has been going on for quite some time. For some of you, 8 months. For others of you, since August of last year. And in the month of August, it's gonna weigh on you, but you don't have to allow that to happen. Okay, but just be very careful. You don't want to try to make steps and do things that are unethical. Okay, just to remedy yourself from being stuck. Okay, make sure that you're doing everything that is ethical, morally sound. Okay, remember, you have Saturn transit in you, so make sure you're doing things that's ethical and morally sound, so that this completion will propel you into your new beginning. I do see money definitely coming to you guys. It's like an idea comes, or some news about a job, and then bam, you guys are like off to the races. Literally, you're going from like 0 to 10 in a blink of an eye. So money is definitely going to be improving for you guys. I feel like by the month of October, where you stand right now, and I'm speaking to the Sagittarius that are having money troubles, where you stand right now, or having an issue finding work, where you stand right now, by the time you get to October, there's going to be significant changes where you're not even gonna, you're gonna be in shock and awe, if you will, at where it's at. There could be some type of news that comes in that you've received some inheritance, that your family extended to you, came into some money. So this doesn't necessarily just have to come to you. It could come in through, by way of, it doesn't necessarily have to come from just a job, but that is one area in which it can. It also can come in, it could be through like child support payment. It could be inheritance. It could also be an extended family member. So your husband, your parent, your sibling, that is, or even your child, if you have a grown child, is making a significant increase in money. Like their money, their gains is significant, and as a result, it really is going to, I feel, make things a lot better in the home. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys for the month of August. I definitely am going to be trimming this down, because I've said a lot, guys. But that's what I have for you guys for the month of August. It looks really good. Play the game. Like I said, a game of chess. So you're armed with a lot of information. Utilize that for your best good. And let me know how this resonates with you. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, guys.